How's it going, Talk Forest TV? My name is Jack, and welcome to my review of the Forest versus Watford game that's just finished at Vicarage Road. So yeah, a really disappointing one, to be honest. First half we were dreadful. I think only two players can really take any positives from that first half, and that would be Cyrus, Christie, and Joe Worrell. I think Christie of late has been really, really good. He's turned into the player that probably they expected to be bringing to Forest. At the start of his time here, I thought he was really, really poor. But now I think he's been brilliant recently, and I think if we can get him on a free, then why not? I think he deserves to. After his recent performances, I think he's been really good. But yeah, Worrell again, I think he was exceptional. He's been really, really good recently. He was really making up for Bong's poor performance down the left-hand side. I think if it wasn't for Worrell, they could have scored maybe one or two more getting in from that left-hand side. We were really poor from the left-hand side today. And yeah, I think, like I say, if it wasn't for Worrell, it could have been a lot worse. He was really good today, and he was definitely my man of the match for Forest player. But yeah, their goal, I mean, it was a good strike from Messina. I think maybe if Samba had stayed down and not got up to try and make the save, then the keeper might have stopped it, thinking that there was a bit of a head injury or something. But, you know, Alassi stayed up and they scored. I thought to myself, when he took that touch, Messina, I thought that was it. We'll get the block in, make a save. I thought he should have hit it first time, but took a touch, steadied himself and hit it straight through Samba, which I don't know if that's anything to do with he was a little bit dazed through his injury or what it might be. But I think, yeah, you can't be being beaten like that in this, at this level. There's no excuses. And I mean, second half we did pick things up a bit. I think we were much more lively when Lolly came on. I think he took the game, I wouldn't say by the scruff of its neck, but he livened things up a bit and made it a bit more of a contest, if you will. Gave their defenders something to think about a bit more, gave them sort of something to look at and think, oh, hang on, where are we going to go here, what are we going to do, how are we going to stop him? Because before that, going forward, we offered nothing. I think Anthony Knockoff's attitude today stank. I don't like to pull players out like this or pull them out because, you need to push people, elevate people up, bring them up, instead of push them down. I think, that's something that people in this, I know I'm being a bit philosophical, I think the word is, but that's a thing I think people do a bit too much, is pull people down instead of bring them up. But you've got to highlight things when they seem to be a problem, and today, Knockout didn't look interested. After Derby, probably one of his best performances in a Forest shirt. I didn't get to see the Luton game, so I'm not too sure how he played. But in this one, he just looked so uninterested, threw himself on the floor every time someone came near him, argued with the referee about moving back, and then, almost got himself sent off from it. He just didn't look like he was interested at all. Against Derby, he was picking the ball up, running to the defence, doing little tricks, flicks, nutmegs, dragbacks. In this one, we'll see absolutely none of that. He was dreadful, I thought he should have come off at half-time. I was saying in the group chat that we have with the other Talk Forest TV people, I don't know what the word would be, people who come on the channel, we were saying that, I was asking the question, what is wrong with him? I don't know if there's something I've missed out, maybe, I can't put my finger on it. I think he was just really, really poor, and, it was a real shame because we know what he's capable of. Obviously, we've seen it at the likes of Brighton, before when they went up under Houghton. This season he's been good, not really got on the score sheet that much or created too many assists, but he's been a real threat, and today he was nothing. Second half, you probably would have, if you just see the second half, you wouldn't be it wouldn't be too, what would the word be, embarrassing if you didn't know that he wasn't on the pitch, because I don't think he was very good at all, to be honest. And second half, I don't think he really did too much. Lolly, I think, come off the bench, really, like I said, made the defenders think a bit more, did something a little bit more, elevated some of the other players, got Garner involved a little bit more. Cafu came off the bench and was able to control the game a bit better, create a couple of chances from deep. But it was all too little too late, and to be fair to Watford, they got their goal and defended really well. I think they were diligent defending, very streetwise, did what they needed to do to make sure that they didn't get breached at the back. And yeah, very solid performance, and on to the automatic promotion places for Watford now, and I'd like to see Watford go up over Swansea, to be honest. So yeah, good luck to them. But yeah, one thing though that I was it really wound me up when I was watching that is a lack of pressing. You saw Watford every time you had the ball, they were pressing. They were, when Worrell had the ball, they were coming into him. He was looking for an option, and they were on him like a flash. They forced him to make an error, forced him to make a pass, forced him to play the ball to someone that maybe it wasn't the best option to do so. Someone who else who might have players pressing him. But for Forest, it was the same against like teams like Swansea. I remember seeing this quite a bit. Bournemouth away away at the start of the season. We just don't seem to press. Like, we let them get on the ball, and we see it with their defenders. We allow their centre-backs time on the ball. They can get the ball, roll it forward, look left, look right, take another touch, play a ball across, play a ball long. We allow them to sort of get the ball, control it from the back. They could take a touch, and no one's pressuring them to release the ball quicker. They can get the ball, they can tap it left, have a look what the options are, tap it right, have a look what the options are, sort of see where they can go, and then make a pass. We're just standing off them, allowing them to do it, and it's so frustrating to watch. When you see Watford down the other end, we had no time to breathe. Like, Worrell took a touch to look for some options, and they were on him. He had to slide in on them and concede a throw-in. It's so frustrating to watch, not seeing Forest press, because I think any good team really nowadays has to start pressing. There's not many teams who really get success in this day and age by sitting off. Really, you look at Liverpool. They pressed last season when they won the league. Man City, they can press. Bernardo Silva, you see him a lot. He's not a natural defensive player, but the amount of distance he covers pressing down players and forcing errors is really key to what Manchester City do. You look at Bayern Munich, a very heavily gegenpress side there. And then you see us, and we just stand off them, and we allow them to pass the ball around. It's so frustrating. I don't know whether it's because of the players we've got and they don't have enough in the tank to be able to press for 90 minutes or press when needed, or whether they're just not being told to press and we've got a different game plan. But yeah, it's just really frustrating to watch, because you can cause so many problems for a defence if you are pressing them, if you're running at them. You look at Robbie Earnshaw using it a lot. We don't see this much in many players, to be honest, but Robbie Earnshaw did it, and I loved it about him. He would run up to the goalkeeper. When the goalkeeper was like, you often see a goalkeeper, the ball's played back to him, and he can roll it forward and then, hoof it long or play it short. Robbie Earnshaw would run up to him, and he would run up, sort of spring himself in the air, try and block the ball, or run up to him and try and make him make an error. But we just don't see anything like that, from any Forest player. We've got Glenn Murray up front, who in the press, he presses them. He did press once or twice, but you can't really blame him for his age. He doesn't really have it in the tank. Taylor came on, pressed once or twice, but you just need, I don't know what sort of thing needs to happen to make us more able to press, but you just need players to just cause problems, to be running at them all the time. Have different players, one player running at them with one behind in case the ball goes across. You can switch him across, get another player on the press. It's just really not. It's really difficult to see when you see Watford getting success from pressing, and we just stand off and sit off and allow them to do it. I don't really know what the benefits of allowing them to have the ball is. I guess maybe we can try and mark the other players, but again, there's always another player free. So it's, we sort of have a player who, if we were looking to mark up, that player should be marking somebody else. Instead, he's sort of stood a couple of yards away, sort of just walking at a snail's pace, allowing the ball to be played, and it's really, really frustrating, and ramble over anyway in terms of pressing. But I think if we can sort that out, we could be all right. In terms of the changes, like I said, Lonnie came on and he was excellent. I think Taylor had the ball in the back of the net, and me and my dad went absolutely wild when that hit the back of the net. And then, I just stood there, hands on my head. Couldn't believe it when the referee blew the whistle, the linesman's flag was placed in the air. It was so annoying. But Tyler Blackett, he was all right. Didn't really do too much. So yeah, my man of the match, Joe Worrell for me, closely followed by Joe Lolly or Cyrus Christie. But yeah, on to the next game. We've got a really difficult run of form coming up now. We could get sucked back into those teams below us. But yeah, I think we're going to have to go to the training ground, work on creating more chances and converting chances. We got the ball a good area to cross the ball, but we could never really seem to get anybody on the end of it. If we can work on that and work on our pressing, we could be all right. But yeah, difficult one, that one to take, but we move to the next game. Yeah, so like I say, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, subscribe to Talk Forest TV, TFTV Extra, and down at TFTV if you haven't already. And come on, you Reds.